Have you ever found something that didn't belong to you, but somehow changed your life forever? I've been a cab driver in New York for 16 years. Nothing shocks me anymore. People forget wallets, phones, even pets. But this was different. It was a cold Tuesday night when an older gentleman hailed my cab on 8th Avenue. He was in his late 70s, wore a crisp navy suit, and carried nothing but a small gift box in his lap. He gave me an address in Queens and spoke only once. "Drive slow, please. I want to think." 30 minutes later, we pulled up to a quiet street. He handed me a $100 bill for a $28 fare. "Keep it," he said, "and if I forget something, it's probably meant for someone else." He gave me a tired smile, stepped out, and disappeared into the building. That should have been the end. But when I got home around 2 a.m., I saw it. Lying on the back seat was a gold wristwatch vintage. Elegant, clearly expensive. I picked it up to check for clues. On the underside, there was an engraving, "To Henry for every second you stayed." My hands froze. It wasn't just a watch, it was a message. I couldn't shake the feeling. Something about that man's expression, like he had already said goodbye to the world. The next morning, I drove back to the address, knocked on the door, feeling ridiculous. A young woman opened, mid-30s, red eyes, like she hadn't slept in days. "Can I help you?" she asked. "I'm sorry to bother you, but I think one of your relatives left this in my cab." She stared at the watch in my hand and covered her mouth. That's my grandfather's." Her knees nearly gave out. I helped her to the couch. "He died last night," she whispered. "Heart failure, in his sleep." I sat there in stunned silence, the ticking of the watch suddenly deafening. "He was heading here to give me something," she said. "A surprise, he called it. But when I got home from work, he was already gone." I showed her the engraving. She read it over and over. "For every second you stayed." Then she told me the story. Her grandfather, Henry, had been married to Eleanor for 50 years. Eleanor had Alzheimer's for the last 12 of them. Everyone told him to put her in a facility, that she wouldn't even recognize him. But Henry refused. He bathed her, fed her, read to her, sat with her even when she forgot his name, even when she mistook him for her brother, even when she stopped speaking altogether. He stayed, every second. And when she died last year, he stopped wearing the watch she gave him on their 30th anniversary, until yesterday. The granddaughter held the box he had been carrying. Inside, it was a small velvet pouch, and a letter addressed simply, "To my Ellie." She opened it, slowly. It read, "My love, if you're reading this, I've found a way to see you again. I wore the watch today, so I'd be on time. I hope I get to tell you that I never regretted a second. Even when you forgot me, I never forgot you. Our granddaughter reminds me of you, fierce, gentle, stubborn in all the best ways. I left the watch with her so she'll remember what real love looks like. See you soon." Henner. Tears streamed down her face. "He left it for me, so I'd never settle for someone who won't stay." I didn't know what to say. Before I left, she asked if she could take a photo of me with the watch. "For the memory," she smiled, "so I can tell my kids about the cab driver who brought back more than just a watch." 2 weeks later, I got a small envelope in my taxi mailbox. It held a thank you note and a photograph. It was a black and white picture of Henry and Eleanor on their wedding day, young, laughing, and completely in love. On the back, she'd written,
"For every second you stay, you write a love story. Thank you for delivering ours."